All right, just as a follow-up to the video I put up yesterday, this goes out to the man from Yorkshire and Transdetendal. Remember Obama said no boots on the ground in Syria? That was 2 years ago. Now, he's sending 250 more commandos into Syria. Now, I'll show you what the press is hitting him with. 2 years ago he said this. Today his spokesperson says this. You can't trust this fucker. You cannot trust fucking Obama in anything he's said. He's got, what, 3,000 boots on the ground in Iraq? Oh, but they're not in combat situations. Then how is it we got 2 dead over there? How is it you didn't give them the Purple Hearts for the 2 dead? You don't want to admit you put boots on the ground. You lying fuck. You're going through this just like Vietnam. You're introducing people, just like Kennedy did, piecemeal, piecemeal, piecemeal. You had the support in your first election from Colin Powell with the Colin Powell doctrine. Colin Powell said, if we're going to fight, we're going to fight, and we're going to go in full bore and kick every motherfucker's ass. Where's Colin Powell now? Nowhere to be seen. Why? Because Obama's doing the piecemeal bullshit. All you're doing is dragging it out so you can pass it off to the next president. So you can say, well, look, I got us out of the war. And if we lose, it's on the guy after me, or the girl after me, in case Hillary gets in there. Fuck's sake, man. Just watch this shit. It's fucking sickening.
Rampant hacking going on. And so, and Benghazi is still...
I'm not aware of anybody else associated with the U.S. Embassy involved in any other violent acts other than...
No, you're not, but what about their security?
Well, so we don't talk about the details of force protection and security. I can just assure you that all our embassies overseas take security, physical security, very seriously. The degree to which it's been adjusted in light of this, I wouldn't speak to publicly. We're always revising, modifying, particularly in Aleppo.
Can I just add on a broader Syria story? You know, back in 2014, the Syrian regime crossed the president's red line on using chemical weapons, and he ended up, after saying that he would strike, ended up not. And now today he has announced 250 more troops going to Syria after saying for months and months and months that there would be no boots on the ground. I'm just curious if this is like part of some kind of devious grand strategy to say one thing and then do the complete opposite of it. And if it is, what exactly are you hoping to accomplish with this?
Well, I'm going to, obviously I'm going to be careful not to speak to DOD equities here, but the DOD.
They do the devious grand strategies.
But let me talk about what this is. And it is
You don't need to talk about what specifically it is that they're doing. The fact of the matter is, and the point of my question is that the administration is doing the exact opposite in these two cases of what it said it was going to do or said it wouldn't do.
I don't see it that way, Matt. So
The
if I could
president or
just tell
that-
you what it is, then we can maybe we could have a better discussion about it. It is capitalizing on what we know works, and what works is advise and assist missions, which we've been doing for a long time. It is not mission creep if it's the same mission, and it's the same mission. And he introduced about 50 special operations forces on the ground. They've had a positive impact on our ability to go after Daesh inside Syria. And because it has been successful, we want to intensify. I've stood up here, I don't know for how many weeks, and talked about the fact that we want to intensify our efforts against Daesh. This is a process which has worked. So the president has decided to increase it to the tune of 250. And there was never this, there was never this no boots on the ground.
Many of you have asked, won't this put us on a slippery slope to another war? One man wrote to me that we are still recovering from our involvement in Iraq. A veteran put it more bluntly. This nation is sick and tired of war. My answer is simple. I will not put American boots on the ground in Syria. I will not pursue an open-ended action like Iraq or Afghanistan. I will not pursue a prolonged air campaign like Libya or Kosovo. This would be a targeted strike to achieve a clear objective, deterring the use of chemical weapons and degrading Assad's capabilities.
I don't know where this keeps coming from.
Well, yes.
There wasn't. There was
What?
We're not going to be involved in a large-scale combat mission on the ground. That is what the president has long said. We have wait a minute, wait. We have 3,000 some odd troops in Iraq already in an advise and assist capacity at bases throughout the country. Don't tell me, and don't tell them or their families that they're not on the ground. They are very much on the ground.
I'm not. That's not.
But they aren't
that's not
involved
the
in
point.
large-scale
The point is
conventional
that
ground
for
combat.
months and months and months, the mantra from the president and everyone else in the administration has been no boots on the ground. And now,
That is not true.
what?
It's just not true, Matt.
It is.
It's just not true.
It's true.
No, it's not.
Well,
I just flatly, absolutely disagree with you, but I've been speaking to this when I was in uniform for over 2 years ago.
okay, your predecessor up here, but it was all options are on the table except boots on the ground. That was the.
I never said that. And
Well, that was the whole line from the president on down. Anyway, are you saying that this is not the same thing as saying one thing and then doing the other completely?
I'm absolutely rejecting that thesis, yes.